Hello angels, sweet and all. We're going to be doing a level 10 hell dive egg mission with base stratagems, mind you. Base, machine gun, airstrike, Gatling and Gatling barrage. Just to see if the hive guard buff is really worth all the hate it's getting, because I've seen a lot of hateful propaganda against the hive guards being too strong, which I highly disagree with, because it really doesn't change much to how you would approach them usually, which is to go in between the weak spots. So let's see. Also for this, I'm going to be speeding up everything else but hive guard executions. So if I'm throwing a grenade, speed past that. If I'm shooting at one, that you'll be able to see that in full effect. So I've been seeing a lot of malarkey, a lot of propaganda against this new buff. It's barely a buff, it's a burf. A nerf and a buff. So with the increased armour level, they get lower body health. So I see that's quite fair, it's a good buff all in all. It's comparable to the War Strider one, giving them medium legs. It's a good buff and a good nerf at the same time. It doesn't add to any of the challenges, because if you're fighting bugs with a machine gun, you're going to be aiming low most of the time, because their heads are down low. So even if you're not directly shooting at a hive guard, there's more likely a chance you're going to kill it still. Because they're not really good at defending, let's be honest. The only thing they can block is the Gatling turret and the guard dog, which I'm praying that you people have better aim than, because they can't get in the nook and crannies like so. He even down guard and I still got him in his chin. There really is nothing to it for him. Oh, also I'm using the base liberator and the wee shitty starter pistol you get. Everything I'm using is initial war bond base game. Any player can get it, every player has it. So I will not be tolerating any, oh, you used the war bond. It's just malarkey. I've speeded it up for another reason, because I know I will yap and I will say something that will insult the chud divers, saying, oh, it's too hard, you can't do it. Throw a grenade bozo, will get better aim. Simples. I don't mean to hate, it's just a very nitpicky thing to like hate Arrowhead for. Shoot, the one thing that I can hate about the bug front is Alpha Commanders and their fucking Thrax and invasions fucking go my red children and just wonton bomb you. That's the only thing, well not the only thing. The other thing is the Chargers. They have like the fucking turning radius of like a paraplegic fucking Olympian just fucking in a fucking wheelchair just fucking spinning at you. I've seen one of those fuckers do a full circle after I've like weaved bob and broke their little ankles. Fucking malarkey, I tells you what. I mean, look at this guy right there. Immediately neutered. Where's the challenge in that? Sure, you could see the argument, oh, if they're on the horde pack, or a little bit harder to kill than aim at. No. They have lower body health, so ayy. But I feel like the hate for them is just overbearingly annoying, because you rarely ever see them out in the open. Like, see that one there? He was next to the main objective, which is eggs. According to their name, Hive Guard, would it be surprising that you find them in a hive? With protecting the nest? If you can't tell, I'm looking left and right at the audience members, if you agree with me in that, would you not find hive guards defending a hive? Yes. You can't find them like usually just fanning about, like they're not in patrols all the time. But I've also seen that Alpha Commanders can sort of summon them. I've seen like when they dig underground, the hive guard just pops up and just swanton bombs me. I don't have that. I don't have evidence of it. You're just gonna have to believe what I saw. I saw a fucking UFO. I mean, look, simple. That was a running shot. We've hit every shot, missed none right there. But it's really what really set this off for me was Odo. I'm pretty sure anyone that plays Helldivers has at least heard of the man. He is the biggest like anti-Helldiver there is. All that man does is complain. There are some fair points he can complain about, like War Striders and meat barbs. But that's all the fuel in this tank. The Hive Guard is really nothing. I mean, the quote when the Charger was valid, because that's kind of malarkey on my part as well. I won't defend the Charger turning radius. they can turn like fuck. But the hive guard one was just, it was kind of being a smart ass in a way. I mean, I was all to get that bag, son. Appease to all the people that are like, no, they buffed an enemy. I'm fine with them buffing an enemy, just don't nerf the Helldivers. Because what I see in Helldivers, which would be a good thing, is an evolutionary arms race. Everything else gets better, we get better alongside them. Don't nerf us because it makes us good at killing them. I mean, sure, you could play in the lower difficulties, but I like playing in the high one because I like the dopamine hit when I get a 50 kill streak from one fucking barrage chucking. Yeah, so about the Odo thing, he was over like, what's the word for it? He was making it bigger than it was, the heavy armour, making it a bigger deal. He was blowing up, he was inflating the issue. Because in no right mind of any sane human that plays Helldivers, I could tolerate a new person, but if you've been playing for at least like 20 hours at least, you should be able to hit in between crit spots relatively simply, including an enemy as slow as the hive guard. Because for the Devastators, tiny little circle in their head, it's a shit comparison, different faction entirely, but hear me out. The whole point of like the bots was that you could fuck them up if you're very good at placing your shots. The hive guard is kind of a simplified version of that, because he rarely bobs and weaves. You just charge straight at you. Not that quick though, he went sideways, but point still stands. It isn't hard to hit those crit spots. But Odo was just firing into the head of it. I mean, sure, you can hit it. Everyone knows that you can hit the fleshy parts. But the way he did that was just making an issue of literally nothing. Because in this entire game, there were like a couple things I died by. Chargers and the Brood Commander little warriors. That was basically it. Chargers and the Brood Commanders, or Alpha Commanders, sorry. I was not killed once during any hive guards at all. And they have supposedly the buff of the century. It's just complaining for the sake of complaining. Yes, they've got a buff, okay. They're easier to kill, in fact. They have less health. Just because you can't get the maxi gun and just fire into a crowd. That's a DLC weapon, that's a warbond, so you can't use that. No, that's a warbond. And there's also been an overemphasis on coping about warbond weapons being stronger in metas. Such that I heard one, the explosive meta. Son, let me tell you something, let me spin some yarn. I have not used the crossbow and the eruptor since the customization came out. I have not used either of those weapons, and I have been thriving. I can still do difficulty 10 missions quite easily, even if I'm not using. There's no meta, it's a niche like every other weapon. And it's good on the bug front, but it comes with its cons. You can horde clear with an explosive weapon, because it's explosive. You would sure shit hope it can clear a horde, but it comes with its cons. Spore Burster, let's talk about that. How fast do they fucking move? They get to your ankles lickety split done. I want to see you get a crossbow out, right? Fight the spore strain. I want to see that happen. Use that. You'll be switching your stalwart and backup weapon more times than you have that crossbow out, boy. Meta nothing. There are scenarios, like every other weapon, which they thrive in. Being at range, positioning is the explosive meta. Meta. Meet a fucking woman! Rah! I was a bit loud, sorry for that. It's just coping for the sake of coping. So Arrowhead, I beg you. Yes, you can do what you want, just don't nerf don't back down on the hive guys, just please don't. Because it just shows you've got no spine, and it's really not that bad of a buff. Just please Arrowhead, don't listen to them. I mean, you can cope and complain all you like, it just shows that you're kind of do underwear at the game, then you can't aim. It is, in the highest regard, a skill issue. Oh god, say that makes me like a shiver crop my ass, man. Like, as you can see, I've only been killed by chargers, And for the reason that is, I have no anti-tank. None at all. The ego I have, sure, but that's kind of ass for a moving enemy that fast. If I had like the ego or EATs, commandos, I'd be fine, but I decided the machine gun was the best course of action because it mostly proves my point. It was a very good bug weapon for wiping out hive guards. Still is, but you could just shoot them and forget, fire and forget. You didn't have to aim. But I feel like the new hive guards have added a good level of like difficulty to the bugs now. They're like the in-between for normal bugs that are medium and light pen to chargers. It teaches new players how to, you know, look for crit spots, look for weak points in an enemy, because they're not hard to kill and not hard to hit. I mean, that's what this game's bread and butter is, to be fair. Hitting weak spots. That's what makes it so fun, knowing your enemy. Everyone can attest to that. That's a lot of what people's copes are for lighting bots. Well, not copes, like thumbs up for lighting bots. Just copes just plagued my mind because that's all these hive guard haters have been doing. They're not bad. Just know your enemy, little bro, and shoot it in the pink weak points. It's very obvious on it. Oh, I'm gonna get fucking lynched and doxed and hung upside down, man. I've insulted the Helldivers community. I'm fucking basically dead. I've been martyred. I did try and do a full clear on this, but there were 3 things left. Bung ass watchtower, a small nest and a heavy nest. I'm not doing the heavy nest, suck my bobby. And the other ones can be arsed. And my little fella has some words for you in game. Twas hell. And here's where I'm coping myself, because that was quite hell, because hell dive. I'm saying that I feel bad for newcomers, but then again, it was hell dive difficulty. I did bring in pants stratagems, and there was a bazillion chargers. I feel like the cope for 100 chargers, 500 chargers is quite acceptable. And 500 alpha commanders. So all in all, ladies and germs, sweet and all, angels and demons, stop coping about the hive guard buff. It's just really a nothing burger. I get that Odo wants to get his bag by appeasing the like chud divers. Just play the game, bro. It's a nice challenge added to the bug front. It's the bridging gap between normal bugs and the heavy units. So I hope you all enjoyed my soon-to-be crucifixion. I'm going to be found, waterboarded and cut in half later on, so wish me luck. That's if I don't kill myself later. True, as I'm saying. So I hope you, my sweet angels, enjoyed. Mwah.